there. They got a dribble drive attack mentality offensively. They got to attack the rim and attack the defense and attack Simon and Carroll to try to get them in foul trouble.
And for the Black Bears to snap their losing streak and get their first home victory of the season, which seems shocking to say.
It does seem shocking to say, but Maine's got to have to bring a championship mindset to every single game they play this season. They got to control the boards and box out. They're averaging 33 rebounds a game to Dartmouth's 33 rebounds a game. They've got to take care of the basketball. They've got 15 turnovers a game to Dartmouth's 18, and they've got to have confidence with open shots. They've got to knock down. Every single player out there has got to be confident they can knock down shots.
Well, Black Bears half-court set already going. As they're passing it around that left side beyond the perimeter, then finally into Carroll, but it's going to be knocked away by Arik. So Dartmouth will have opportunity number 2 as McKenna Boyd crosses the half-court stripe, then to Victoria Page as they swing it around the three-point area. Here's the drive-in, beating Abby Lawrence, and a whistle will be called on the junior from Maine, and she will be knocked for the first foul of the contest.
Yeah, Abby came out on that high player and almost had to back away so that she wouldn't commit the foul out top. Didn't get her feet moving quite fast enough.
So Boyd will head to the stripe for the first time in this contest, looking for her first points of the game, too, averaging 5.6 points per game, transfer from Penn State. And the first one is up and good, and we have our first point of the contest. Second shot upcoming, and it is good. This unit as a team is averaging around 65 from the stripe, but already 2 for 2 for the early advantage in this New Hampshire versus Maine matchup. Though Dartmouth doesn't have New Hampshire the title, there's always a little bit of a rivalry between the two states.
Dartmouth's only been averaging about 46 points a game. That's a low scoring and allowing 63. So if they're going to beat Maine today, they're going to have to put some points up.
Albert Royce again trying to go against this pressure, this zone pressure. That one looks like it might have gotten tipped by Arik, and that will be a shot clock violation after Nikelski comes out with it, but the horn will sound nonetheless. It'll be Big Green basketball once more.
Look, Maine looked like they were trying to do what they did against Rhode Island down at the Augusta Civic Center, trying to get the ball into the middle high, really, so they can get a high-low look, or Ann Simon can take that little jumper.
Here's Mia Curtis now with the ball being guarded closely from Ann Simon. And then they get it over. Boyd trying to go in the smaller Wilborn, the freshman. And then Nikelski will take the steps before the drive towards the dish. So both teams really trying to find their form early on in this matchup, yet to really find it at this point. As they're going to move the inbound here to the main bench.
Well, if you take a look at both of these teams, they're both struggling early on in the season, trying to find some identity.
Yeah, in terms of offense, Dartmouth's averaging just 46 points per game. Black Bears a slight bit better at 53.3. So not a huge outscoring performance with the production there on that side of the basketball. Here's a three-pointer from Royce. It's going to be off the back iron, swatted back away. Simon's going to do a very quick thinking move and thought she had knocked it off the midsection of Arik, but instead will be called that she had stepped out of bounds prior. So here's the ball inbounded to Victoria Page. 2 minutes and change already off the clock here in this contest.
Maine initially it started out in it looks like they are staying in a little bit of a matchup zone with Lawrence out at the top of that zone.
Moving screen here called on Arik from Nairobi, Kenya. And Nikelski will check out. We'll see the first appearance from number 21, Carrington Washburn. Very international feel on this team as well of Dartmouth, much like the Black Bears. You see Kenya represented, Australia as well. Of course, the United States heavily represented from this Ivy League program. Maeve Carroll trying to go in on the new player Washburn, dishes it out for a three-pointer from Wilborn, no good. Then a sea of green around Abby Lawrence, but she somehow comes out with it.
Get those long arms. Got to get those elbows out a little bit more, come down a little bit stronger, but those long arms will get you a rebound every time.
Shot clock again, down to 10. Royce to Simon. Drive in from the left side. Gets it stripped and knocked out of bounds. Will stay with Maine, but 4 seconds, beg your pardon, left on that shot clock here. See that there. Again, just great move by Boyd, stripping that ball away. Usually Ann Simon's very sure-handed in those situations towards the hole. Here's the inbound. over. They have to get this one off quick, but they will not do so, and that'll be the second shot clock violation of the game, Sandy.
Yeah, and that was the freshman, the young player, Wilborn, who didn't recognize it was only 4 seconds on the clock when she got that ball up high.
It's one of those situations, too, where Wilborn took way too long. Then Simon, I don't think, realized how much time was left. And then by the time Abby Lawrence got it, she was trying to get it out as quick as possible. Deep two missed by Mia Curtis, and a quick rebound for Simon, who almost loses her footing.
Yeah, and I've always thought that's your point guard's responsibility, to be aware of how much time is on the clock and let everybody know on your team on that out-of-bounds play how much time was there.
Now Royce with the ball, over to Carroll. 15 now on the shot clock. Wilborn, quick three-pointer. That one just narrowly missed. Long rebound, though, out to Victoria Page for Dartmouth. Thought about it for a moment. Now here's the drive by Washburn. Counted and one, as she gets the runner to drop in the contact.
Yeah, with this Dartmouth team can be a little bit scary, even though they're only 1-10 right now, but I think they just came off a victory. This would be a huge win for them to come up here in Maine. Actually, there's always that New Hampshire, even though Dartmouth's not UNH, but they're in New Hampshire. That New Hampshire-Maine rivalry constantly, so this would be a good win for them.
Well, if you're a Black Bear fan, you look at this contest and you say, well, Maine almost narrowly beat Rhode Island as the shot is up and good. Perfect 3 for 3 for the stripe right now with the big green. But this is a team on their opening night lost to Rhode Island by a good chunk of change. You're talking about 46 points. As here's the three-pointer from Wilborn. Third time is not the charm, as that one also just narrowly misses. The Black Bears still scoreless through the almost first 4 minutes of this game.
Yeah, another common opponent with Maine losing to Drexel by, 24 points. And Dartmouth lost to Drexel by about 25 points. So, again, common opponents.
Game both teams really would like to win, specifically though for Maine, as here's a three-pointer and it's buried. Big-time bucket for Victoria Page, and it's an 8-0 run to start this game for the Big Green. We'll step aside, come back with more from the Cross.
All across New England, business owners are finding new ways to succeed. Families are working hard to provide for their loved ones and their future. It's the spirit of New Englanders that inspires all of us to do more. It's in our employees, our customers, and our communities. Every day we do more. Because at Bangor Savings Bank, we truly believe you matter more.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Anderson.
Hey everyone, it's Troy Burrow. Give your family the gift of comfort this holiday season. At Renewal by Anderson, our windows and doors help keep winter outside where it belongs. And if you order during December, we'll knock 25% off your entire purchase. Ask about our zero money down, 12-month financing, and go to rbagreatermaine.com.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Anderson.
Take the guesswork out of creating your new kitchen or bath with help from the design professionals at Hammond Lumber Company's Kitchen, Bath, and Flooring Center. Bring in your own ideas or get inspired by Hammond's complete in-store showroom displays. Hammond's designers can show you several variations on your project with accurate 3D renderings. Hammond's design services are included when you purchase your materials from them, and of course, delivery is free within striking distance of any Hammond location statewide. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
I've got another place I think you'll like. It's newer construction with high-end amenities and an open floor plan.
Wait a minute, Bananas. This is our house.
Hey, Bananas, I know the perfect home for you.
He's home.
If real estate is your game, call the Big M, Emily Ellis, the official home team of the Black Bears.
Wherever your journey takes you this winter, get away with our best deals of the season. Right now, get huge savings on the entire lineup of award-winning Hyundai vehicles at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. With new cars arriving just in time for the holidays, it's the perfect time to get a Hyundai.
Now get 0% APR on select all-wheel drive models or sign and drive one home. See your Bangor Hyundai dealer.
8-0 lead to start the festivities for Dartmouth as Black Bear basketball still looking for their first basket or bucket of any sort. And really, Maine has been a little snake bitten at home. Traditionally, it's one of their best places to play. 0-4 so far this season. Traditionally, this is a house of horrors for other teams. They're now 53-14 at home. That includes the 4 losses to begin this season. And they had won 12 of their last 14 games. And then again, they've dropped their last 4 contests before.
You definitely can say Maine is struggling right now. They have one more home game after this one against Northeastern on December 22nd. And then they head into conference play going down to Vermont. So Maine's got an opportunity to get rid of that 0-4 record here at home by trying to get a game win over Dartmouth and Northeastern on the 22nd.
And objectively, too, I know Ivy League schools traditionally have a lot of respect for them, much like the America East does over these last couple of years with some great programs. The same thing with the Colonial Athletic Association, in which Northeastern plays. But 2 winnable games on paper for the Black Bears if you just look at statistics. As I'm not sure where the steps weren't called on that one. It looked like maybe an extra Euro step for Washburn, but nonetheless, the Black Bears come out with it. And then this one's going to be picked off. That one's stolen away by Katie Douglas. Quickly in there, some very physical play as the pocket is picked by way of a bump. Rosie Jennings unable to get that one, and the Black Bears finally on the board, and a beautiful pass into Maeve Carroll, who finishes it with ease.
Yeah, there was a Tom Brady pass right into Maeve Carroll's hands for a layup. But again, Maine, that's why I mentioned in the keys to victory that Maine has to come into every single game with a championship mindset. Doesn't matter who they're playing, they've got to come into that. And because of a young team, you sometimes have to really keep prompting that with your team.
And 8 points, if you look at it, though, not an insurmountable margin by any means. Something you don't want to start the game with, but the Black Bears at least already playing a little bit better. Borman, who just came in on the last break, ties this one up. It'll be in Maine's favor.
And again, Maine's going to take these types of games where they're still struggling with what they're trying to identify as a team. They've got to take every single turnover, come down and attack the basket and score.
See Paula Gallego into the contest here, already in the first. Hasn't seen a ton of minutes for the Bears yet this season, but they have high hopes for the freshman moving forward.
She's 1 for 4 from the field, 0 for 1 from three-point line, but she's a sharpshooter as a free thrower. She's 4 for 4.
And one they really do. They love this freshman class, this coaching staff does. Rockwood missing this one from the corner. Actually, I beg your pardon, Bournemouth. Rockwood just checked out. Now quickly working Victoria Page into Washburn. Then back to Page as a reset by the Maine logo at center court. Very low-scoring affair, Sandy, early on.
Yeah, Maine is in their man-to-man right now. And, well, again, both teams have been struggling trying to score hoops.
Now Page with the shot clock dwindling down. Out to Washburn. Now here's the three-point attempt. They're going to whistle that her foot, more specifically her heel, was out of bounds.
Into the game for Dartmouth, number 2, Grace
Nikelski back in. We'll also see Adriana Smith into the contest as well for Dartmouth and Maine respectively.
One thing Dartmouth does do, they play a lot of players a lot of minutes.
That's evidenced by not having a single player up over double digits on average scoring, but a good spread.
Yeah, they have 10 players in double-figure minutes on this team.
Smith gets the ball in the wing, back to a Royce. Black Bears seem very happy with just kind of keeping the possession, getting their looks. Simon taking that opportunity, but it's going to miss everything, and a good box out from Arik, and it'll go to Dartmouth's favor.
Yeah, Maine struggled a little bit against Rhode Island's zone, and Dartmouth's been playing back and forth here, but this last trip down playing in a zone to Maine, and they're struggling a little bit with it.
Again, very demonstrative half-court sets by both teams at this point. Page trying to take a quick one here, in and out, rebound pulled down by Maeve Carroll, who quickly outlets it to the point guard of Royce. She also works quickly down the court. Trying to feed it into Adriana Smith, and she was absolutely swarmed and covered on the defensive side of things, to the point where it elicited a whistle.
Well, on Maine's scouting report, it does say that Dartmouth has a tendency to play behind the post, which Dartmouth was doing just then, but when the entry pass came in, they kind of went over the shoulder to create that foul.
Wide open top of the key three, and Simon can't connect there. Rebound by Maeve Carroll, one dribble. A little contact here, but not enough again for the whistle, and the rebound by Arik.
I don't want to say because I don't want to jinx her, but I don't want to say that Simon's necessarily in a shooting slump. She gets her scores, but she's struggling a little bit from the three-point line for sure.
It's almost like the men's basketball team yesterday, again, versus a D3 opponent, but they started to hit some three-pointers, and you felt that confidence after the first few went in. And they went on to hit double digits in that contest. You wonder if that might be the case with some of these players from Maine. Good feed into Carroll, awkward angle, and Arik again rips that one away.
Yeah, again, a height disadvantage for Maeve Carroll. Going up against, I believe it was Arik, who is 6'4", and Maeve Carroll is all of her 5'11", but has a tendency to play much bigger, but she was struggling down. I think she was a little bit too far underneath the backboard.
Bea Curtis in the game back once more. For the Black Bears, they bring in Lexi Middlestad for the first time, and also back in the contest is Abby Lawrence. So you see Amy Vachon in her 5th season, multiple-time America's Coach of the Year, and multiple Hall of Famer as well. Sandy's envious of the Hall of Fames that she's in.
Yeah, she's up by 5-3 to me.
Here's the steal, but the block from behind, also a whistle called on Curtis, and that'll send Simon to the strike. It's an interesting coaching matchup, though. Two Mainers going at it against one another. You, of course, have Amy Vachon, who played her college ball here. And then, of course, on the other side of things, first-year head coach Adrian Scheibels. As that one's missed by Simon. Black Bears, again, struggling from all facets of the scoring side. Second one is up, and that is good for Simon. Scheibels, the longtime coach at Bowdoin, made 11 NCAA tournament appearances, including 2 Division III finals.
Yeah, she did a great job at Bowdoin for sure.
Just picked up her first victory of her coaching career at the Division I ranks. Quick outlet here to Ann Simon after the Black Bears get the defensive rebound. Just 1 bucket from the floor for Maine. Middlestad gets the screen set. They shift it over. Now to Lawrence, going against Arik. And then that pass was intended for Gallego, but it's swatted away by Boyd. More fresh legs into the contest. Abahan into the contest, and also we see the return of Olivia Rockwood.
Yeah, I think Coach Vachon's just trying to find some combinations in there right now.
8 on the shot clock. Here comes Simon. Dribbling back and forth, spin move, up over, and that's no good. Too much oomph on that one from inside. Here's the drive. Boyd swatted away, but also the foul as Abby Lawrence showing her frustration after the whistle's called on her.
Yeah, but again, she got, I think it was Middlestad who was defending. She got beat off that first dribble, had to chase, and Abby Lawrence had to come over and help. Unfortunately, picked up a foul. Got beat right here off the dribble. Abby Lawrence comes over to help.
It was a little interesting, too, because you see the swat away from Boyd trying to create some space. And then quickly back onto the bench is Abby Lawrence after the foul. Boyd's shot is no good. It is a 2-shot foul here for her. And that is good.
I almost think the Black Bears might be a little safer to take a couple of steps back off these dribblers. Dartmouth's only 26% from three-point line. Make them beat you over your head so that you can defend this dribble penetration.
Yeah, they have hit 1 3-pointer, but they've also taken 3. Speaking of 3-pointers, the Black Bears have been absolutely dreadful in that regard so far. 0 for 7 now from long range.
As we see Coach Vachon with her face in her hands there, just a little bit frustrated about the shooting percentage right now.
And then a beautiful drive in as Middlestad gets beat completely. Emma Cook with her first bucket.
Yeah, you gotta stay off that. Make them beat you over your head. Right now they're beating them like a drum off the dribble penetration.
Especially with the size differential, right, Sandy? Where you do have a lot of space in between the sizes of Cook and Middlestad as a travel called on the Bears once more.
Yeah, again, you know, force the hand, force Dartmouth's hand, make them beat you over the three-point shot. Either that or get your feet moving a lot faster to defend that dribble penetration.
Coach Scheibel's very animated and excited. Here's a three-pointer from Washburn, nothing but net, and that's how we'll close out quarter number one.
The game during finals or after finals. Everybody's dead, everybody's tired, but hey, that's not, Dartmouth isn't using that as an excuse, and Maine can't use it as an excuse either, but Maine looks very, very sluggish right now.
The one thing about Maine, though, it is after the finals week, but they still have another game before the Christmas holiday, too, so you hope that it doesn't bleed into this game more so than it did the first 10 minutes, but also you hope there's not another letdown come Wednesday night or Wednesday afternoon, because that'll be a 1 o'clock tip-off.
Well, again, I think there's a lot of things people don't understand about being a college athlete. There's a tremendous amount of time management that goes into it, but at this point in the season, at this point at the end of the first semester, these student athletes are exhausted. I mean, you look at Dartmouth, who's Ivy League even, they're exhausted as far as playing right now.
Foul called on Wilborn. Free throw is up, and it's missed. Now 4 for 6 is Dartmouth from the line. Looking here, the Blackbears have committed, 5 fouls now total. Second one is good for Boyd, and she'll check out of the contest after that. She's already taken 6 free throws.
A lot of game left, but Maine's got to find their pace here very quickly.
And again, it's one of those, hoping the floodgates open up offensively. You just need one to go, and that might be the case, but no. The woes continue. Normally, the sure-handed layup there for Ann Simon doesn't drop. Almost like they were rushing it, and then a beautiful work from the right to the left, and a timeout is called after that one is hit by Washburn. We'll step aside as well. 16-point lead for the Big Green here in Bangor.
Physical therapy knows the importance of keeping an active lifestyle. If you're injured or suffering from aches and pains, trust us to
Dunkin' is here with your holiday helpers. Peppermint mocha and toasted white chocolate signature lattes. A touch of delicious holiday magic to help you seize the season. Sip through the holidays with signature lattes at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
At St. Joseph Primary Care, what matters most to you and your family matters to us. That means the care we provide is centered around you and designed to meet all of your healthcare needs. We offer same-day care to members of our primary care practices and the ability to exchange messages with your provider and check results via MyChart. It's more important now than ever before to have a healthcare team you can rely on. If you are in need of a primary care provider, we're accepting new members now. With locations in Bangor, Brewer, and Hamden, you're sure to find the care that matters most to you when you need it, where you need it.
Dairy farmers care about the health of our communities and planet. Nationwide, the dairy industry has set a goal to be carbon neutral or better by 2050. Maine dairy farmers are doing their part by using management practices like turning cow manure and food waste into electricity, using no-till crop production to promote carbon sequestration and soil health, and doing research in cow comfort, nutrition, and health at Maine Witter Farm to help meet the goal.
When you think of your financial future, how do you see you? And how do you see your path to success? At University Credit Union, we've been helping Mainers visualize and achieve success for more than 50 years. So do you see yourself buying a home, saving for a wedding, or freeing yourself from debt? With thoughtful solutions, great rates, and a love for our communities, UCU is here for you. Visit us at ucumaine.com.
Homeowner, contractor, or do-it-yourselfer, you'll find everything you need for your project at Hammond Lumber Company. Hammond's team of experienced professionals will be with you from start to finish to assure that your project is a success. If you need help, Hammond can also refer you to professional contractors in your area. In-store and curbside pickup is available, and Hammond can deliver anywhere in the state. Your successful project begins when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Dunkin' is here with your holiday helpers. Peppermint mocha and toasted white chocolate signature lattes. A touch of delicious holiday magic to help you seize the season. Sip through the holidays with signature lattes at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
Back in Bangor, a snowy sight outside, but a hot shooting Dartmouth side inside so far in this contest, as they currently hold a 16-point lead. Not even a minute underway in the second quarter. Blackbears just trying to get something going, and maybe getting something brewing after that was a foul called on the defensive side of things here.
Yeah, that was a good call by that official. He was definitely blocking. His defensive player was not moving her feet.
Yeah, Paige just moving her feet enough. Now Wilborn, usually pretty sure-footed and also very good from long range. She's 0 for 3 so far today. And Maine overall 0 for 7 from three-point land. Rockwood trying to break that, instead will extend it, missing everything wide right. Here comes Arik back in the game for Dartmouth. Again, continuous flow of substitutions as Cook comes out.
Yeah, she does Coach Shivels does a good job of rotating her players.
Black Bears bring up some token backcourt pressure. Albert Royce harassing Page. Now the ball has been picked up, and it quickly over to Washburn. And then a foul will be called. No, it'll be a travel as a turnover forced by the Maine defense.
I think in that last timeout, I'm pretty sure that Maine staff gave that team an idea. We've got to pick up our defense. It's got to be more aggressive. We've got to be able to stop the dribbler, and we've got to go after the ball.
Again, Maine has 2 victories to 6 losses, but you're taking on a team in Dartmouth who's 1-10. You do not want to be the 2. Here's a shot from Royce. It looks good, and it is good. Right down through the center for Alba Royce.
Yeah, they needed that one. They also missed Smith cutting across that baseline wide open, but made up for it on that three-point shot.
And again, playing that tight player-to-player defense here. Arik with a jumper, missing everything. Albert Royce on the far side to clean that one up. Quickly over. Simon using her speed. Dishes it over, but right into the first run. .8:11 left to go in the first half of play. And now with that three-pointer, Maine has made at least one of them from deep in 295 straight games. So they were actually in danger a couple of games ago. I believe it was versus Drexel, in which they hit one three-pointer. They almost had that streak snapped, but that will continue for at least one more game now after Royce hits the tray.
Well, Dartmouth's playing them in a zone, but very much of a sagging zone.
Speaking of threes, big one from Washburn again. 22-6 now the score is Dartmouth relentless here in the first. The first half of play has been very, very good to the Big Green. And maybe they found that key to success after last game. Then Washburn, who just hits a trifecta, then gets the steal.
Yeah, that was a poor pass by Smith. You can't throw the ball to a guard cutting through the lane down around their knees.
Good dribble move from Page as Royce falls to her backside on the floorboards, and then a foul will be called on Alba.
Page looked like she was holding her own there with her elbow as well.
It's physical out there for a Sunday afternoon, usually saved for football, so maybe they've been inspired by after watching the Patriots last night.
Well, I think that Coach Vashon may have informed her team they need to get a little bit more physical.
Not a ton of contact there on the replay, but still probably enough jostling before that to warrant whistles. Now to Arik. Almost stripped away by Smith. She's looking for some help. We'll find it to Washburn as they swing it around towards the corner. 6 on the shot clock now for the Big Green. Douglas trying to get it in underneath. Instead, it finds Carroll, who takes it away.
Good defense by Maeve Carroll.
Here's a Royce looking to set this one up. They get it under to Smith, and she'll elicit the foul there as Arik just slaps her up.
Yeah, one thing these young post players for Maine will learn is to get that ball down the low post and put that ball under your chin. Get those elbows out, protect the ball, create some space with your elbows. Not saying hit anybody with your elbows, but create some space.
If you make yourself bigger, you have to elicit the space. They have to give that to you. Quick lob in, Smith. Good move into the lane, can't get the bounce. Trying to find it, but it's Washburn who comes out with it.
Getting good percentage shots, they're just not falling.
Then a little slipperiness over there. Wonder if the floor, I saw Ann Simon almost lose some footing on that one before too. Dartmouth somehow gets it back before midcourt. Now it's swung around to Mia Curtis. And that's going to be an offensive foul. Not sure if they're going to call that one on Jennings or Curtis. We'll see.
Good defensive pressure by Alba Royce.
Yeah, it'll be on Curtis on the push-off. 6 fouls aside now. It's quickly back in McKenna Boyd for Curtis.
Returning to the game for Dartmouth, McKenna Boyd.
Yeah, Alba Royce may be tiny, but she is strong. I don't think she has any body fat on her. It's all pure muscle.
Call that a tough cookie, right? One that's not afraid to go down in on the block either, whether it's on the offensive side of things or on the defensive rebounding attempts. Step back three for Wilborn's going to be missed. Rebounds pulled down by guess who? Washburn, who draws the foul too and stumbles out of that one after some more contact.
Black Bear foul called on number 5, Maine Garrett. Her first, team's third.
Not getting much noise from the bench here from Maine. They usually get a little bit more noise there.
It's a little quiet in this facility anyways, normally reserved for very vocal fans. I don't know, maybe it's the holiday blues on this Sunday for the Black Bears and their faithful.
I think it's those comfortable seats.
Oh, but we've heard them be very raucous here before,
sure.
Those comfortable seats. Speaking of raucous, Washburn making some noise, even from back in Dartmouth.
Yeah,
That's where that distance was.
She came into this game at 31%. She was 11 for 35 from the three-point line.
19-point lead, largest of the game. Maine can't answer back, and a rebound by Boyd careens off her knee. And she laughs that one off. Maine's leading scorer, Ann Simon, will check back in as the freshman Adriana Smith comes out.
Yeah, I think Simon's her game's got to start to kick in here for Maine.
This one, jumper, no good. Maeve Carroll again can't connect. Then Bournemouth with a quick one step up and a good.
They just need to keep chipping away at those, but they got to make defensive stops.
Page versus a Royce here. Over to Washburn. Now they swing it around. The drive in from Douglas going against Bournemouth.
Bournemouth's doing a good job of moving her feet ahead of the ball.
Now Boyd, spin move on a Royce. The up and under. Almost like an underhanded one. Gets the rebound out to Wilborn. Giving chase was it with Jennings. Now Royce swung around. Simon.
I think the thing is with Simon right now, she can't hesitate. She still has to continue to look for her shot until she starts to get her stroke down.
I love that move there from a Royce taking the mid-range jumper as opposed to going in towards the trees, but she misses that one wide. Under 4:30 to play in the first half. Hesitation, high pass, Washburn using all her length to come out with it. Shot clock down to single digits. Page beating Bournemouth up to the spot, drawing the foul. It'll be the fourth on the Black Bears of this quarter, and also free throws for the Big Green.
Yeah, and that's a situation where you might wanted to have gone behind the screen and stop her right here. Well, we missed the screen, but that might have been a situation if you went behind that screen, you could have caught up with her and gotten in front of her. But again, Maine chasing off the dribble.
Again, Black Bears not being extremely disciplined on that side of the basketball here. They've committed quite a few fouls here. And the last the last active player not to check in for the Black Bears will do so in a moment. That one is up and good. As we will see the first appearance of the contest for Penelope Castillo. Abahan into the contest again. She checks in. One Spanish player guarding another Spanish player as Abahan will be guarding a Royce here for the moment. Simon asking for the clear out.
Yeah, Dartmouth's gone man-to-man here.
Three-pointer shot for Simon, and it rattles through for three.
And I like the fact that Maine just keeps setting up their plays, and once Simon gets a clear look, she's going to start sticking shots.
Maine has scored 8 points now in this second quarter as opposed to the 3 in the first 10 minutes, so a better sign here, but they still need to get some scoring in a big way. Good steal there from Maeve Carroll, knocking it away. Now to a Royce. Hesitation, goes to the left, up off the glass and in.
And a foul.
A chance at the old-fashioned 3 for her, already with 5 points.
Either team has got to go into the locker room with, some full speed ahead attitude. And right now, Maine's got that going for them, and they do not want Dartmouth to get it, and vice versa.
Maine only down by 13 at this point. Free throw is up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Boyd. And you say only 13, it looks like a wide margin, but on the other side of things though, Sandy, the way the Black Bears had been playing, it could have been a lot worse. If it was to another team, maybe who had a little bit more scoring penchant, like a Rhode Island, Drexel, or even Delaware, you could be talking about 20, 30 points by now.
Yeah, and I continue to go back to that first key to victory for Maine. This is such a young team. They've got to learn that every single game you come into, especially this time of year, you're tired, you're finishing up with exams, you're thinking about going home for Christmas. You've got to have a mindset of coming in here and playing championship basketball.
One more game in this calendar year 2021 for Dartmouth. They'll be home versus UMass from Amherst before they begin Ivy League play. We talked about with the Black Bears, they have one more out-of-conference game versus Northeastern here on Wednesday afternoon. But afterwards, then we're talking about America East play to close out the 2021 calendar year.
Yeah, if Maine can get a defensive stop right here and go down and score again, the momentum is definitely in the Black Bears' hands.
Here's the inbound coming up in a moment by Emma Cook. And we are back underway with 3:22 on the clock. Boyd now, foul line extended, going to the top. Castillo guarding her. Black Bears switch off defenders. Nikelski up, will get that one to roll, and quickly out. Alba Royce working very quickly as well down the court. Dishes it back out, trying to swing it to Simon, and will eventually do so. Maeve Carroll sees enough space, back iron, rebound Nikelski.
Yeah, that might not have been the shot that Coach Vachon wanted.
And again, usually a pretty good soft touch for Maeve Carroll. And they're going to call a foul on Alba Royce, which elicits some groans from the main bench.
Yeah, I think that referee thought that a little bit of a bump caused the Dartmouth player to fall down, but I don't think so. I think she just lost her balance.
That also means free throws coming up for Page.
A little bit of a bump there, but she fell down after.
Yeah. That's a tough one, too. And you can't really call it travel either because she was maintaining the dribble. But free throws nonetheless, and the first one's buried by Page.
To give the official credit, she did hold the whistle for a second, and then when she saw the bump, then saw the player fall down, she called the foul.
You see a little frustration off the main coaching staff here. Not how they imagine their Sunday afternoon going, at least to this point. Now here's a Royce, cross-court pass. Simon has a three, she'll take it, and it is off in Kareen's back iron from that far left corner.
Yeah, Maine can't just start jacking up threes. They've got to get the ball inside, get it either into Carroll or Simon with that little 8 to 10 foot jumper to create some fouls, create the clock to stop, get on the line for free throw shots.
Maine 2 of their last 5 from 3, but just 2 out of 12 overall. Here's Page, drives in, back around the perimeter. Take a deep three-pointer, front ironed, rebounds pulled down by Carroll, and then Washburn comes over her back, and that will be the foul called. And actually, I think that's free throws for Maeve Carroll going the other way. A good opportunity for Maine to put some points on the board with the clock stopped.
Exactly. That's why they've got to continue to look to get the ball inside as well. If they've got a wide open three, then yes, take it. But if you can get that ball inside to draw some fouls, stop the clock. But you got to make those free throws.
Carroll missing that one. 1 for 4 from the stripe now, Maine. Next one misses as well.
Wow.
But the putback is up and good. Castillo with her first basket of the contest and her first of her collegiate career, I believe, as well. Here's the jumper. Washburn trying to nail that one. It would have been a dagger. Instead, it's a rebound out to Ann Simon. Quickly over. Wilborn spots up for 3, short.
Her hands weren't ready. She got that ball almost bouncing around in her hand. She wasn't ready for that shot.
You could just see the rushing was off kilter a little bit too. But nonetheless, Big Green have the ball. That was the first points for Castillo. I just wanted to point that out. Stepping out of bounds is number 31, Emma Cook. It'll be Maine basketball as Rockwood checks in.
Yeah, Castillo's a 5'11" freshman from Quebec. That's that extra year I think they have in Canada too, because she played at Van Year College, and that's that extra year they get.
So not necessarily your true first-year player in terms of age or experience, much like some of these European players that Maine has quite a few of, including the one with the ball right now, Albert Royce. Good pass and threading the needle, and then that's going to be a jump ball, and it is getting feisty out there on the hardwood.
And as it should. Both teams are battling to try to get a W. They're struggling. It should get a little bit more aggressive.
Carroll nor Cook wanted to give up the ball on that one. It'll stay with the Black Bears here. At least I thought it was going to stay with the Black Bears.
Yeah, Coach Vachon's questioning this.
Well, the possession arrow clearly shows Maine. They were going to give it to Dartmouth here for a second. Yeah, Coach Vachon still just pleading something of a case. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but Rockwood thought about the three-pointer and said we'll dribble it over.
Yeah, they need a percentage shot here. They need a percentage shot.
You either take a wide-open three or you take one in like Maeve Carroll's going to try to attempt, unable to do so, and I think the Dartmouth players might have messed with Carroll's shot there, just telling her she had less time. Had a couple more seconds to work with a shot clock. Cook looks like she might have dragged the pivot foot, but not enough to get the call. Good close defense being put by Maine. They're going to go for one shot here. Maine will get the ball back, barring a defensive rebound or an offensive rebound. Here's Page. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Dribbles in, and the foul will be called on Castillo, as she will get the foul against her, and 2 more shots coming for Dartmouth.
Yeah, I think when this Maine Black Bear coaching staff takes a look at this game film, they'll see that there are a lot of situations where their players were running and trying to catch up with Dartmouth's dribble drives.
Good news, though, for the Black Bears. Even with these 2 free throws, if they go in somehow, you're still only down by 15. You're down by 13 right now, so not an insurmountable mountain by any means. But for Dartmouth, you have to like the way your team has played.
Yeah, and they're sticking their free throws.
And speaking of sticking your free throws, Page now is hit 5 out of 6 in this quarter alone.
Yeah, they came in, Dartmouth came in shooting 65% from the free throw line.
Rosie Jennings backs in to this contest. As again, Coach Scheibel is doing such a wonderful job rotating players, which it's tough because this is her first season, just took over in the summer. No season last year, so you have to evaluate some of your talent without seeing them in game action for a full calendar year plus.
Yeah, and they've got a lot of young talent, lots of freshmen and sophomores on that team.
But really doing a great job rotating the players here today. And Simon, though, with a good luck bucket there. She now has 6. And this one, a long effort, but not even close. So Maine with a bucket late in this one. 30-17, though. Dartmouth with a 13-point advantage. And what team makes the better, either for Dartmouth staying the course or for Maine chipping away at the deficit and getting this to be a more palatable game for them moving forward. Dartmouth starts off the ball. It's Page with it now to Arik. Boyd, who started the scoring off in this contest from the stripe, now gets it over. Here's Mia Curtis going against Ann Simon. That one won't drop, and the Black Bears with the defensive rebound.
And I think that's another thing Maine's got to do. They've got to send at least 3 people to the board at least.
Albert Royce trying to get some space. Trying to get towards the hoop. Dishes it back out. Now swung around to Ann Simon, 15 on the shot clock. She goes all the way from the corner for the runner. No good. Rebound over Abby Lawrence to Boyd.
Ann Simon's just not getting good looks.
But like a defensive back, she swats that out of play. It'll stay with Dartmouth, but will not get to the corner.
See how Maine plays D well. They look like they're matched up here, staying in their man.
See the scoring leaders in this one. Washburn with 12 points, just 6 for Simon. That one careens off with a 3-point attempt for Curtis. Both teams scoreless so far in the first 50 seconds or so.
Maeve Carroll did a great job on that one, unboxing out Arik, who is obviously, once again, bigger than Maeve Carroll.
Funny, our highlight players right now, of course, you look at the point totals, you have 5 for Albert Royce, but Mia Curtis, after that 3-point miss, still scoreless in this one. Good high pass over to Abby Lawrence, now over to Carroll. Trying to find Lawrence, but she goes too far underneath the basket. It's taken away. Page with it.
Yeah, Maine looks lost offensively right now in their half-court set. Kind of standing around.
Travel there as the pivot picked up. I think Page thought the pass was coming and then second-guessed herself.
This is where Maeve Carroll and I think and Ann Simon have really got to take over some leadership, as well as Albora Royce as this point guard.
Borman.
Motivate this young team. Sorry, Dan.
This one swatted out. It'll be Simon with the inbound in front of the Maine bench. Still scoreless in the second half. Simon tried to break it and will do so with a rattle-down three-point bucket for her.
Yeah, and that's what good scorers have got to do. And if they're in a shooting slump, guess what? You got to keep shooting. Confidence in yourself when they start falling.
So Dartmouth now looking for their first basket. It's a 10-point game currently. Mikelski underneath, going against the up and under. Dishes back out. Curtis three on its way. It is good. First basket of the contest for Mia Curtis is a big one. Extends the lead back up to 13.
Yeah, Abby Lawrence went over to help, but Coach Vachon just said to her, don't help on that. But
back over. Now to Royce. Drives in. Bornman, wing three. Got it.
If she can start hitting, if she can become one of those contributing offensive players, it's what Maine needs.
Another three-point basket. Back-to-back for the Bears. Now a three-pointer from Boyd, and she answers back. Back-to-back three-pointers for Maine, Dartmouth. And a timeout on the floor. 7:30 left to go in the third quarter. Still a 13-point lead for Dartmouth.
We can't help you perfect your pie crust or bake the world's greatest banana bread, but we can help you find the sweet spot between your everyday expenses and your retirement goals. With our guidance and insights, we'll help you put together a recipe for the retirement you want. At T. Rowe Price, we know retirement, not baking. Explore your options with our financial consultants today at troweprice.com.
Welcome to the club.
What's going on?
Get your arms up.
Hours of operation, whenever you need to feel good. The club has no dress code.
You got this.
No rules of decorum. Pets are allowed.
Now we're squat jumping up a storm. Quick.
You don't have to show your card at the door.
Breathe naturally.
There is no door to the club. There is no ceiling. And if you have 10 minutes,
Come on.
20, 30, and if you're wearing one of these, let's go.
Hi, I'm Scott Kunis for Kunis Ford of Antioch.
Get holiday ready with 0% APR for up to 60 months on hot-selling new Ford EcoSports, Explorers, Escapes, and F-150s. 0% for 60 months.
Shop online anytime at KunisFordAntioch.com.
2 Mount Vernon women are dead, killed in a fatal crash on I-64. Illinois State Police report early Thursday morning.
Driving under the influence has claimed yet another life.
Impaired driving is responsible for an average of over 300 deaths a year on Illinois roadways.
Authorities say that driver drove into the median and struck a tree. He is facing charges of driving under the influence and improper lane usage.
Illinois State Police say alcohol did play a factor in that crash.
Drivers can learn more at lifeordeathillinois.com.
At BK, the Italian original chicken is back and in the 2 for $6. Thanks to Pete Newbacher. Crispy chicken, marinara sauce, and melty mozzarella. Because of him. For Pete's sake, the Italian original chicken sandwich is back in the 2 for $6. Pete's way better.
Do you recall not long ago we would walk on the sidewalk? All around the wind blows, we would only hold on to let go. Blow a kiss into the sun, we need someone to lean on. Blow a kiss into the sun, all we need is somebody to lean on. All we need is someone to lean on.
Black Bears seemingly thought they were getting a little closer. Ann Simon with a three-pointer, answered back by Curtis. And then Maine saying, well, Boardman, let's get a three-pointer going to extend the lead and then answer right back there. as Boyd hits another trifecta. So even when the Black Bears start to make a little run, Sandy, it's been Dartmouth there to answer.
Yeah, you can't trade. For Maine, you can't trade three-point shots right now.
Now the drive in. Ann Simon trying to heat up. A little contact here, no whistle. Boyd comes out with it. Quickly out to Curtis. Back to Boyd. Washburn back out there. One basket away from a new career high. Her prior best is 13. She has 12 right now. Good spin move from Page. Back out. 9 on the shot clock. Knocked away. Maine has it, and again, a handful of the jersey by Boyd on Simon, resulting in her going down the floorboards.
Yeah, that's in that possession right there. Dartmouth failed to recognize a mismatch against number 21, Washburn, and Alba Royce. They should have sent 21 down on the block.
Lawrence back to Simon. Step back three. Got it. That's another big three-pointer for Ann Simon. Her third of the contest and second in this quarter.
Yeah, Maine now goes into a little bit of a full-court press.
Now you just have to, if you're Maine defensively, not give up a three-pointer on this end. Anything but really would be a positive result.
Yeah, they can't allow a dribble drive and a foul, and they can't allow a three-point shot here.
Washburn. Back out to Boyd. 4 on the shot clock. Gets the lane, gets the bucket.
Yeah, Coach Vachon right now is calling for this. Should have been a 3-second count, and she's right. It should have been a 3-second count. As soon as you release that pass from being in the lane, you got to get out of that lane, and she did not.
Oh, beautiful backdoor pass. Too high off the glass by Ann Simon, however.
Yeah, I think she felt a little bit of a threat there from number 14, Arik.
Carroll, though, gets the rebound on the defensive side of things. Good pass in. Abby Lawrence having some issues by way of Alba Royce. Pass back out. Borman for 3. Back iron. Arik with the board.
Yeah, nobody going to the offensive boards that time for the Black Bears.
Hand off to Curtis. Swung around. Washburn for 3. Contested. Almost banked it home. Instead, the long rebound out to Simon. Lawrence was streaking with her hand up. Instead, Borman's got an open lane. Off the glass, but short. And again, the Black Bears just having some issues trying to get that ball up into a proper position.
Yeah, and again, you got to go strong. Borman heading to the rim that time. She should have just either stopped with a one-count jump stop and powered it up, or put it high up on the board.
Under 5 to play in the third. 38-26 our score here at the Cross Center.
Your guy's a working man. He lives in his Carhartts. The perfect holiday gifts for him are at Miller's Workshop. Give him what he really wants. Carhartt from Miller's Workshop in Brewer for brands that work.
Homeowner, contractor, or do-it-yourselfer, you'll find everything you need for your project at Hammond Lumber Company. Hammond's team of experienced professionals will be with you from start to finish to assure that your project is a success. If you need help, Hammond can also refer you to professional contractors in your area. In-store and curbside pickup is available, and Hammond can deliver anywhere in the state. Your successful project begins when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Out here, if you have the will, you can lead the way. With the all-new Fisher Easy V V-Plow. Purpose-built to provide industry-leading features, performance, and efficiency. Just like the other V-Plows in our lineup, but in a lightweight design that's ideal for businesses and homeowners using half-ton trucks. A strong yet versatile plow that handles the work and won't back down. The all-new Fisher Easy V V-Plow. Built for Fisher Nation. For more information, visit fisherplows.com.
All across New England, business owners are finding new ways to succeed. Families are working hard to provide for their loved ones and their future. It's the spirit of New Englanders that inspires all of us to do more. It's in our employees, our customers, and our communities. Every day we do more. Because at Bangor Savings Bank, we truly believe you matter more.
Dirigo Pines is a place where you belong. It's not like home, it is home, featuring independent living, assisted living, specialized and memory care. For older adults, Dirigo Pines is a community living option to suit your specific needs with activities that you're sure to love.
I love it here. I think my apartment is lovely. I think the people are very friendly.
Dirigo Pines is what a vibrant, active community looks like. Contact Dirigo Pines today about our current move-in special. Dirigo Pines, welcome home.
She's a true Mainer, not afraid to get her nails dirty and loves the great outdoors. Find the perfect gift for her at Miller's Workshop. Give her what she really wants. Carhartt from Miller's Workshop in Brewer for brands that work.
Back at the Cross Insurance Center, Brian Stackle and Sandy Thomas with you here on ESPN Plus, and we appreciate you joining us for this out-of-conference matchup on this Sunday afternoon. Dartmouth has given up 1 point since the first half back to the Black Bears, but still playing a very, very strong, basically 2.5 quarters so far.
Yeah,
And Simon with a steal, though. Just as I say that, maybe Maine can come back here.
yeah, and again, Maine's got to capitalize on any turnovers committed by Dartmouth.
We were talking about it during the break, Sandy. We really thought if Maine were to have a good shot and opportunity, not that they couldn't, as this one up and in for Alba Arroyce off the window and in.
And I love that. I love to see them attacking the rim, especially Alba Arroyce, because she may be small, but she's quicker than anybody out there.
Well, we were talking, again, for Maine to have a little bit better of an opportunity, you wanted to get it into single-digit deficit entering that fourth quarter, which means 9 or less. You think almost the double digits might have that little auspicious thing about it, right? Where it's almost too much to overcome in the next 10 minutes?
Yeah, and again, they're playing a real aggressive defense right now.
Oh, and then a foul called with just 2 seconds left on the shot clock as Maeve Carroll will be called for that one.
And she knew that she had committed that foul.
It's one of those ones you just wish hadn't happened as you see the reach in, just like a little slap. She was just trying to put some pressure on.
You know, I always had a philosophy that leave the ball alone when it's in the player's hands unless they put it right in front of your face. Don't try to steal it off a dribble. Don't try to steal it out of their hands unless they put it right in your face, because you're gonna get a foul 9 times out of 10.
And on top of that, too, it was just about to be a violation. Ann Simon still holding her face. She was even defending. I'm not sure if she got whacked earlier.
Well, she just motioned to the official that she get hit with an elbow.
I think I used the word feisty during halftime watching some of the highlights, but it's been extremely physical.
And again, I think, neighboring states, I think any team, you're going to have rivalries, New Hampshire and Maine.
I think both teams circled this matchup, though, and said, hey, it's a winnable game for us. For Maine, first home game, break a losing streak. For Dartmouth, trying to get their own winning streak going.
And that's what Maine's got to do. They've got to force Dartmouth to take very bad shots, and that was a very bad shot.
We'll see what the Bears can do here, trying to get this back to a single-digit deficit for them. Trailed by as many as 19. Here's the steal, though. Boyd, 2-on-1. She goes up off the left glass, doesn't careen in. The second chance opportunity, also no good. Still loose is coming out with his Rosie Jennings.
Yeah, it looked like we had an over the back from a Dartmouth player before that. Take a look great.
Stilo will be called for the foul, though, right there at the end. Third foul on the Bears of this quarter. Dartmouth yet to commit a violation in the last 6 minutes. This one loose and then knocked out. Maeve Carroll doing a great job on that one, though they can't come out with the ball.
And that's what Maine needs to see from their leadership, from Ann Simon and Maeve Carroll. They've got to continue to battle to show these young players how to do that, to really battle for the ball.
So now the inbound will be coming from Page here on this near sideline. Gets it in, Ann Simon, back our way. Couldn't get it. And I'll retrieve it, my first touch of the year. 3:15 left on the third quarter clock. Good defensive efforts from Maine here, left and right. Maeve Carroll and Ann Simon.
And Maine's been playing some good defense in these last series. They've got to keep it up.
Picked up the intensity quite a bit. Yeah, we didn't get any touches on the basketball last year, right, Sandy? We were out in the
I know.
in the field house. Here's the three-point shot from Page, back iron.
We had a good save here earlier in the season. Somebody protected my computer for me.
What an effort there. Boyd tracking down the rebound and going left-handed for the layup. She has all but 3 of the points in this third quarter for Dartmouth, really picking up the scoring.
Yeah, she's attacked the basket well, very well.
7 points in this quarter alone as Maeve Carroll up and off the glass, counted and one for Maeve after a beautiful pass from the top.
Yeah, it's a good feed from Elborough Royce. Good physical move. Good grab by Kim. She kept it high. You notice that? She kept it high. She didn't bring it down.
Carroll's just second basket of the game. Just 4 total, a chance to make it 5 as Wilborn checks out.
She can have a chance to put it down to single digits here for the first time since the beginning of the game.
Just 2 for 9 shooting, but this is where you can really take advantage, though. Again, another free throw missed. You wonder how many free throws will be taken by this Maine team in their next practice as Curtis buries the deep three-pointer from the America East logo. Goodness.
She was 17% from three-point line before coming in here.
Back-to-back three-pointers in this quarter for her. Back to a 13-point lead just like that. And then a foul will be called on a kick by Curtis, just stretching the legs out as you see Coach Vachon visibly not upset, but maybe more annoyed.
Yeah, I think she's a little bit annoyed at the calls. They're not very consistent, especially at this beginning of this third period. Inconsistency with some calls.
It could be a combination of everything, how the team's performance as well.
Could be.
Here's a Royce, gets the screen set by Carroll, swings it over. Boardman for 3. Got it. Nothing but net.
Yeah, I like that. She's looking for a shot. She's got confidence. Keep feeding her.
Second three-pointer of the quarter for her. Didn't know if it had enough oomph, Sandy, but it was absolutely perfectly in line. And the Boyd goes down. Quick timeout call by Coach Scheibels with 1:44 left in the third. And probably a good call right there because you do not want another turnover and for Maine to have the odd player rush on the other side.
Well, I think she saw that Maine's immediately trapping over there on this little bit of three-quarter court pressure, so she had to call that timeout before she traveled because she had fallen to the floor, but also to set up their offense against those traps.
Well, Sandy, we did talk about Coach Scheibels a little bit earlier as we see this three-pointer from Boardman. It is absolutely crisp right through the center. But Coach Scheibels, a lot of connections to the state of Maine. Of course, we talked about the Bowdoin connection there from 08 to 2011. Also the coach at Swarthmore College. Dean at Gould Academy, graduate from Bates. And Sandy, you said you had a little connection with her too.
Well, I was was trying to think of where I was familiar with her. She played high school ball at Mount View High School, and I refereed my first state championship game between Mount View High School and Messalonski, and if I'm not mistaken, Adrian Scheibels played on that team.
Of course, you were one of those rare officials as a good interception here from Abby Lawrence. You were refereeing that game back when you were 5 years old, right?
Of course, yes, just a youngster.
Alva Royce to Boardman, wide open, uncontested three-pointer. Oh, just narrowly missed for Simon. Blackbears, though, on a good second chance opportunity thanks to Maeve Carroll.
Okay, the crowd's getting into it a little bit.
There's going to be a foul instead of a travel as Alba Royce bumped enough to warrant the whistle. 2 free throws coming up for her, I believe.
And again, what took place as we take a look at this, Alba Royce attacking the rim. Action and good things happen when you attack the rim. You're either going to score and get on the free throw line or get on the free throw line and take 2 shots and stop the clock.
7th and 8th free throws coming up for Maine. They have hit 1 of 6 prior. And the first one buried through. Royce now 1 for 3. Second shot is up, and now has 9 total points and 50% from the line. And Maine doing much better just on those 2 opportunities alone, much improving their free throw percentage. And a steal here. Boardman, the Maine bench starting to get a little loud. Over to Lawrence underneath the basket. Oh, she could have gone up with it instead. And Simon now at the top of the key. Swung to Royce. She dribbles in. Looking for Lawrence underneath the basket, and she careens in with Washburn, and the Black Bears will retain possession.
Yeah, that looked like some contact underneath there on that ball as well.
Abby Lawrence with a lot of energy underneath that basket. Looking for the inbound. Over to Carroll. Now swung around. Royce for three. Too long. And there is going to be a foul, though, on the closeout. That'll be called on Allie Hartland. So 3 free throws coming up for Alba Royce on the misplay defensively for Dartmouth.
Yeah, looking over here at Coach Scheibels, her reaction.
Yeah, it looked like Hartland did not give the closeout opportunity on the land. So that does mean free throws coming up, I would imagine. Oh, unless they're going to say it wasn't a shooting foul. But yeah, technically, in that situation, it should have been, unless it was after the shot completely.
Well, it could have been after the shot completely and after she came down on the floor after releasing the shot.
That's a tricky one. At least on the initial first replay, it looked like it was on the come down from the shot, which would have elicited the 3 free throws. But nonetheless, Maine gets the ball back. 10 on the shot clock. More contact out to Bournemouth. Now here's Abby Lawrence driving in the lane. Dished out. Mid-range jumper. Carroll, good. Rattles down home, and another big bucket for Maine.
Got it down to 6 points. Maine's got to get a defensive stop here, and Dartmouth wants to score, and we got a foul.
And that was a frustration one there for Ann Simon. Not in the way that it was a bad one, but I think she just missed her step on that one and careened in with Carrington Washburn. And not a lot of love lost between these two teams either. I think they're both frustrated with how aggressive the other one's playing.
Well, Dartmouth's trying to get their second win of the season, and Maine's just trying to get a W here at home.
Passes in finally. It gets to Hartland. Hand off to Page. Wonder if Dartmouth will take this one all the way down to the bitter end of the third.
Guessing they're going to look for a last-second shot here with 10 seconds.
Here's the drive in. Curtis up and under, and that is good for her. Maine still has a shot. By the way, 8 points for Curtis. 2 seconds left. Lawrence has got to take this one in time. No. Misses it nonetheless, and it is going to be a tight one. 45-37 entering the final 10 minutes. We'll have it for you when we return here on ESPN+. Our 29 minutes and 7 seconds have been led from Dartmouth. The Big Green have never trailed in this game. Maine, of course, has never led in the contest. Well, that change. It's going to be a big first couple of minutes of this fourth quarter as the Black Bears start off with the ball, clad in white with navy blue trim. Of course, it's the very green, big green uniforms with the white trim for the Dartmouth side.
Yeah, you can't make that kind of a two-hand over-the-head pass across the defense.
Black Bears able to get out of it. Borman trapped underneath, somehow finds Simon, who banks it home off the glass.
What a great pass from Boardman.
Simon having a pretty good game now, up to 14 points. This one over to Curtis. She'll break the half court. Now swung around. Boyd thought about the three. Being guarded closely by Alba Royce.
Maine has it down to 6 again. See if they can create a defensive stop here.
Mikelski with it, being guarded by Lawrence. Size matchup actually favoring the Black Bears. This one, three-point shot, off the mark. Rebound saved by Curtis, at least for the moment. Then Alba Royce gets almost, I think, whacked in the face. And that will be a foul called on Dartmouth. I think a rig came in on fire. It might have been a little reckless.
It was a late whistle.
Not sure who got that foul. We'll check on that one just to verify on it here in a moment.
I think it might have been
Boyd.
Yeah. Now this might be a nice spot for a three for Maine.
Oh, good double team in the corner. Maine gets it out of there. Swung over to a Royce, now over to Simon. Had an open look at a three-point shot. Now Abby Lawrence has some space, feeds it over to Simon, can't get over the front iron. Reset, Boardman for three, got it! Big bucket for Boardman again as she hits the trifecta once more. Give her another one, 3 on the night.
Maine needs a freshman to step up.
Speaking of 3, it's the magic number. The lead for Dartmouth, also 3. Royce almost stealing that one away. Boyd Over, Curtis, jab step, back out, take away. Here's Ann Simon. 3 Black Bears with her. The up and under, up, no good. Rebound for Maine, back up through, banked home. Abby Lawrence for the bucket, her first of the game. It's a 1-point game, and the Maine faithful starting to get on their feet. The bench already there. An errant pass into Ann Simon. Will the Black Bears get their first lead of the contest? She goes up off the glass, it rattles down through, and Maine, for the first time this afternoon, after a torrid run, takes the lead at the Cross Center.
Yeah, led by Ann Simon, who's leading the America East in steals with 2.4 per game.
Timeout on the floor. Maine 46, Dartmouth 45, with 7:42 remaining. Timeout on the court here.
We can't help you perfect your pie crust or bake the world's greatest banana bread, but we can help you find the sweet spot between your everyday expenses and your retirement goals. With our guidance and insights, we'll help you put together a recipe for the retirement you want. At T. Rowe Price, we know retirement, not baking. Explore your options with our financial consultants today at troweprice.com.
Five breadsticks for my triple treat, 3 layers deep, 10 Cinnabon mini rolls to eat, and the pizza plus another pizza.
The triple treat box, only from Pizza Hut.
Regina approaches the all-electric Cadillac Lyric. It's a sunny day.
No, a stormy day.
Classical music plays.
Brass band, New Orleans.
She drives hands-free along the coast.
Make it Palm Springs. Cadillac is going electric. If you want to be bold, you have to go off script.
Experience the all-electric Cadillac Lyric.
Target makes last-minute gifting easier. Shop with same-day delivery, free order pickup, or free drive-up, and leave with your list wrapped up. Order today, get it today at Target.
You want a great team? You gotta build it, piece by piece. Start with a few natural-born leaders, old vets who've seen it all, and a few youngsters just getting started. Those with chips on their shoulders and ice in their veins. You find a cast of characters like that, you've got yourself one hell of a team.
And it's really starting to feel like Christmas here.
It's NBA Christmas time. I've been dropping buckets all night long, they ain't stopped me yet.
He's unstoppable.
Put my game to another level, I need a bigger check. Only one wish that I got for Christmas, that to win the title.
Alabama, Cincinnati, Michigan, and Georgia. One of these teams will make believers of us all.
Back underway at the cross. Boyd for 3 after the inbound. Buries it. What a big answer back for Coach Scheibels and her team as Boyd buries the 3, her second of the contest. 7:20 left on the clock. Back on top is Dartmouth. For how long? Well, at least a little bit longer. Swatted, though, by Maeve Carroll to Borman in the reset. Shot clock now down to 16 after the reset.
Smart move by Maeve Carroll. She saw where Borman was standing.
She started to get back into that midseason form from a year ago. Just took a half a game, and now it seems like the Black Bears and Simon Maeve Carroll back there as well. Alba Royce has been in that zone all game long, though.
Yeah, I'd like to know how many points she scored in the paint. The smallest one on the floor has been scoring big points in the paint.
Well, I've got 2 buckets, or 3 buckets that are 2s. I would say probably at least 3. She's got 6 points, I would say, in that area.
Well, it's a new game right now. It's 48-48.
Oh, what an acrobatic play, and that one is up and good for Nikelski. Her first basket, and it extends the lead back to 2 for Dartmouth. Royce over to Carroll, just beyond the elbow on the right side. She looks for Carroll underneath. Pull-up jumper, soft touch, can't get it. Rebounds pulled down by number 25, Jennings. Dartmouth almost looking a little fatigued, Sandy, but they're still playing very tough. Boyd going all the way into the left side. The roll does not fall as it pops out.
Yeah, Boyd has a great crossover move at the top of the key to get that space wide open. Nice pass.
What a pass. Alba Royce in underneath to the right block, and Boardman cleans that one up.
Yeah, Boardman is having a game here. She now has 13 points, I believe. Possibly she have 13 or 15.
Yeah, 3 3-pointers and then 2 other ones inside. This one missed. Tie game at 50, a Maine opportunity for the lead, but that pass a little too light, and it's picked off by Nikelski. Borman now the second leading scorer for Maine, just 3 points below Simon's 16. Boyd with it. Oh, and a complete miscommunication as Coach Scheibels gets it, as they were looking for, I think, Page over there in the wing.
Yeah, Dartmouth might be okay with Scheibels shooting that ball. She was a great scorer in high school.
Unfortunately, those shots wouldn't count. Whole bunch of changes here. Katie Douglas in the game, also Carrington Washburn, number 5, Mia Curtis back in, and also number 31, Emma Cook. The lone player that stays is Page, but the Black Bears keeping their safe 5 out there, and Ann Simon gets the 2. Maine back on top by 2 now.
Castillo is back in for Maine as well.
Simon now up to 18 points. More importantly, though, her team up to 52, which is 2 more than Dartmouth currently has with 4:43 left. Washburn drives in. New career best for her, and she's got a chance to add on from the stripe.
Yeah, once again, I mean, Maine just needs some work on that footwork as far as defending that dribbler.
Third foul for Castillo, as Carrington Washburn had 12 points in the first half, scoreless in the third quarter. First basket of the fourth, that's a good one, but she misses the free throw. Like I said, new career best for her, so still a very good game nonetheless. Into Carroll, going 1-on-3, and she wins that affair and gets the bucket.
That might be the only time that she got the ball in really good position to make that move that she's been pretty constant with.
Like the Miley Cyrus song, Sandy, this Black Bear team came in like a wrecking ball into the fourth.
Yeah, Maine's got to make a stop here. They can't continue to trade baskets, and neither can Dartmouth. So again, they've got to play good defense on Maine's part.
Step back, left-handed 3, not banked home. Rebound, Maeve Carroll, quickly outletted.
Yeah, I think Maine should run. Dartmouth looks like they're tired. They've been on a long road trip. They were in Texas.
Maine back out. Short road trip to Maine, but again, the point's still valid. That Texas trip can drain you even on a short bus ride.
That's a tough trip to take at this time of the year.
This one's swatted away. Yeah, for the Black Bears, it's an easy road trip, right? It's only a 3-4 hour shot down I-95. But for Dartmouth, it's actually still a significant one because you're not playing the Boston schools, which is a fairly close one considering. It's tough to get to Bangor.
Yeah, but coming off a Texas trip during this time of year, final exams, kids are tired, long road trip.
Get to be in some warm weather. Now you get to go to the frigid cold and snow here in Bangor. A Royce to Carroll. Jumper no good. Rebound won by Abby Lawrence, rather. Maine with a new opportunity here, just under 3:30 to play.
Yeah, that's good leadership on Ann Simon's part. She called for Boardman to send the ball back out at the top of the key.
Take some more time, look for a better shot. 6 on the shot clock. A Royce using her speed. Beats Page, gets the foul, and 2 free throws coming up for Alba.
Again, I rest my case. Dribble hard, attack to the rim, you're going to make something good happen.
Well, as how bad Maine looked in the first 20 minutes, in this fourth quarter, you start to see the glimpses of a team maturing in front of your eyes.
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, it's helped that they've made some good shots, but I also think that coaching staff does a tremendous job at halftime, whether it's motivating or making adjustments, and they're going to need to really work hard with this young group for sure.
Well, Maine outscored Dartmouth by 5 points in the third. And then doing a tremendous job in this fourth. That free throw missed. Arik comes down with the board, so Royce will go 1 for 2 on this opportunity. She's 3 for 6 overall from the stripe. Just over 3 minutes to play. Washburn gets it stripped. Boardman gets a collision in. She's calling for the foul. So are the fans behind us and in front as well. Douglas back out to Page. Maine's going to be careful, though, not to get the reacher bumping foul. Now Washburn for three.
It's no good.
Missed it. Abby Lawrence comes down with a rebound, and she'll hustle back down to the offensive side. Maine with a three-point lead will slow things down a little bit and look for their good shot opportunity.
Yeah, there's no need for them to rush right now. They can look for a good percentage shot and make sure they finish.
Maine also in these half-court sets do a great job back-cutting. Instead, though, three-pointer from Simon, no good. Arik with the rebound.
Yeah, I think that one they could have looked for a shot a little bit closer into a percentage shot.
Maine still struggling from three-point land, though they've improved in the second half. Rebound by Borman after, ironically enough, a three miss from Dartmouth.
Again, there's no need to be taking those threes right now. There really isn't. You've got plenty of time in the game, get a good percentage shot, possibly get a foul and stop the clock, get on the free throw line for either team.
Carroll now with it on the wing. Royce using her speed, dishes out. Oh. Abby Lawrence not a big three-point shooter, hence why. But you know who is? Alba Royce. The corner three is true.
Yeah, deep corner, and she had to shoot that over some much taller players. So again, Maine's got to get a defensive stop here, make smart plays.
5-point lead now for the Bears. Washburn, good first step, beats Lawrence, and will draw the foul. She goes down hard. Abby Lawrence was not going to let that one go up through.
Yeah, interesting, Abby Lawrence, a player from New Hampshire. Wonder if there's been some competition between these two in the past, but it was a good foul. It was a good hard foul. You had to make that hard foul. It was a short 2 points.
I'll give credit to the Tennessee native Washburn. She's taken some bumps.
Yeah, she has.
She got a nice hip check from Ann Simon earlier, and then that collision with Abby Lawrence, who, yeah, that's one I wouldn't want to take anytime soon.
But again, I'm nobody gets hurt.
No.
The fact that Maine's being a lot more aggressive.
Oh, misses
makes
the
a big
free throw.
difference. Yeah, and again, she got beat again off a little bit off on dribble penetration and had to foul. But again, she missed the first one.
For the first time really tonight, Maine's fan base really getting excited. Rebound pulled down. Abby Lawrence still battling for it. Boyd and her battling. It'll stay with Dartmouth with 87 seconds left on the clock. Maine staving off any closer of an advantage or the disadvantage, trying to get off that lead a little bit. It's still currently sitting at 5 after the 2 free throws missed by Washburn, who's 0 for 3 in the fourth.
Yeah, you gotta love the fact that 6'2" Abby Lawrence got on the floor after that loose ball.
The up and under free throws coming up again. I think Lawrence might pick this one up too. That'll be the third foul on the Black Bears of this quarter, so it's still 2 away from shooting outside of this attempt. Coach Vachon imploring her fans to get on their feet and also start making some noise, and they will abide.
Yeah, this crowd's gotten a little too comfortable here today. Now we need them to be making some noise for the Black Bears. That's what Coach Vachon's trying to say to them anyway.
Curtis buries the first 4-point game now. Here comes the second.
That's off.
Rebound pulled down by Boardman, being harassed by Boyd. Now they'll slow things down, Maine will do, and a quick foul by Curtis. That'll be the third team foul for the Big Green, so you wonder if they might be looking at that. Though they don't necessarily need to. You just can't let Maine score in the half-court offense.
Well, I think they're just trying to stop the clock and not have Maine dribble. With a minute 17, Maine can dribble some time off this clock and then try to get a good percentage basket.
Well, you could also be getting a little closer, too, to those 5 team fouls you need in case you do need to get that spot. Maine will dribble out. That'll be a rebound, or not a rebound, but a foul called on Washburn, rather, on Boardman. So that'll be foul number 4.
Yeah.
And Maine, too, I honestly haven't been great from the line, just 4 for 10. So you might almost take your chances, Sandy.
Yeah, and again, I think you just want to get the ball in the hands of your ball handlers. There you go, get it in Alba Royce's hands.
And a quick foul there, so that now means free throws. You wonder, though, Dartmouth, why you wouldn't take your chances with Abby Lawrence. You could have fouled her immediately. Seemingly would have been the better option there than Alba Royce, who's 50% at least from the line. She's hit 4 of the 3 of the 4 free throws that have been made by the Black Bears today.
Well, I don't think Dartmouth can afford to have a lot of time go off the clock while they wait to see if Lawrence is going to get the ball in her hands. But
free throw is good.
yeah, it's still plenty of time for Dartmouth to come back the way they've been sticking threes in this game. Maine's got to play smart defense. And Dartmouth's got to either dribble hard to the basket, score, and get fouled, or shoot the three.
Oh, beautiful rebound by Maeve Carroll.
Great timing. That was perfect timing.
Oh, nice pass, working around. Lawrence, back to Royce. It's keep away. It's don't get fouled area now, too. Oh,
You got it down to 7 seconds.
More free throws coming up for Alba Royce. She's 50% on the day, but has hit 4 shots. And just one more will make this a 3-possession game.
Well, if Maine comes out of this game with a W, I'm sure every single one of them are going to be saying this was very, very fortunate W for them.
This could also be one of those season-changing moments where you said that's where everything clicked. We were down by 19, we came back, we won, and then we knew we could win any game in conference play, and at the end of the season, we knew we could be champions. You wonder if that might be the seminal moment.
Yeah, and I think a positive thing out of this game, too, is I think Lawrence and Bournemouth gained some confidence in this game, which is huge for Maine. They need a couple more players to gain confidence in their games, for sure.
Yeah, definitely impressed with the sophomore Bournemouth in this matchup. As, again, keeping the 50% streak is Royce, hitting the first, missing the second. Bournemouth, by the way, with her 13 points, a new career best mark for her. And the travel will be called as the pivot foot slid by Boyd. And the frustration really boiling over for Dartmouth here as they're very discouraged that they let a 19-point lead slip away.
Yeah, and Maine's got to just dribble as much time off the clock as they, or pass the ball. I prefer to say pass the ball off instead of dribbling it all the time, but passing the ball off as much as they can for taking time off the clock.
18 points for Ann Simon, 17 for Royce, 13 for Bournemouth. As we're getting closer and closer to wrapping up the out-of-conference schedules and heading towards the conference schedules. For the Ivy League Dartmouth Big Green, here's what comes up for them. Be a home game coming right around the corner versus the Minutemen of UMass, and then Cornell, Yale, Brown, and Penn to start off their conference slate as well. And Cornell and Penn will be at home. For the Black Bears, of course, you see Northeastern coming up on Wednesday afternoon at 1 p.m. We'll have that game for you on ESPN+. Then it's Vermont, NJIT, Hartford, and Stony Brook to start off their foray into the conference play. And, of course, their first home game will be that NJIT game. Stony Brook also will be one to put on your calendar for the 9th of January.
Yeah, Stony Brook's playing pretty strong right now. Again, hasn't had as competitive a schedule as Maine has had, but again, Stony Brook's going to be strong in the conference this year. Maine was picked 2nd this year.
Foul on Ann Simon. She'll go to the stripe for the 2nd time today. Yeah, if you look at Maine's competitive schedule so far, they have played one of the toughest schedules in America in that regard here.
I believe there was the, right now they're up to the 40s, no, let me see.
Yeah, 42nd was the last
place.
one.
Yeah.
Next closest was UMass Lowell at 135, who had overtaken Stony Brook. Simon hits the free throw. That is good. She's now 2 for 3 on the afternoon. And Simon misses that one, so she'll stay at 19 for the moment. 13-second differential between game and shot clock, though Dartmouth will probably not use the allotted 24 seconds left. They're down by 8. 3-point shot, Curtis missing everything. Simon gets the rebound, and she'll get the bump as well, as that'll be a foul called by Mitchell, or on Mitchell.
Well, Simon gets another opportunity to finish her game today, most likely on a made free throw. Unfortunately, she missed that last one she took against University of Rhode Island, so she'd like to see this one go in.
Black Bears free throw percentage doing a little bit better here as they move forward. Just 4 for 10, now they're 7 for 16. So a slight bit better. It's now Simon up to the even 20 points.
Well, it's hard to believe Maine being behind as much as they were might possibly win this game by 10.
Right. We were talking about it. On paper, you look at the Black Bears and you said they could win this game by 10 points. And then after the first half, you were like, wow, what happened? How is Dartmouth playing so well? They were really doing a great job. But then Maine just battled back. Great halftime adjustments once more for the Bears. Drive in, a block, and that might be the dot on the exclamation point.
I think Maeve Carroll is trying not to smile right now. Oh, there she goes.
She was singing Christmas carols at practice the other day, and then she's swatting basketballs away here on this Sunday afternoon.
You can almost hear her saying, "Get that out of here."
I think she was singing All I Want for Christmas, the Mariah Carey song. I don't want to disparage her singing voice, but she's a much better basketball player as Borman hits the first. Borman, what a game for her. Probably the best of her college career so far.
She needed this, and Maine needed her to have this.
15 points, doubling up and then some, her career best mark. 3-point shot, no good. Maine looking for the rebound. They will get it to Simon. Ford will, and Maine will win this one, trailing by as many as 19. Comes back with a huge fourth quarter, and they'll win this one by a